Hello my kobolds and creatures, and welcome back to Age of Scales, our little Minecraft solo series. Now, last episode we made our boat, and the observant of you will notice there's already some developments. You'll see some odd pillars in the distance. Oh, wrong button. So, for me at least, it has actually been 6 months since I've been on this map properly. Yeah, mix of procrastination and other projects in the works, but at least because I haven't released those first 2 episodes yet, the wait between isn't actually going to be that bad. I can actually edit them and get them together quite closely, but I need to catch up on all the procrastination projects I've been working on. So, you saw it last episode, I had iron swords and a few iron tools ready. Well, I've been doing a lot of off-camera mining, and I've kept iron. I have seen our first diamonds, but I've not mined them. I've been waiting to do that with you, and you know that's probably a good thing to do right now. So I'm going to go head over to the mines and give you a good tour of the new mines and how that looks now. Let's jump over there now. Alrighty then, we're almost there. And I just thought, I've not even shown you another difference that's been added. Just a couple of path blocks to help mark out the way to and from the mines. This will need replacement with a real road at a future date, but it's just so I don't get lost going back and forth. So, our mines. You'll notice some big chests. And I have to preface this, I have been procrastinating a lot, I'm not going to lie. It's been 6 months of jumping on for a few hours here and there. And this was done mostly with stone tools, mind you. I only recently changed over to iron, brain. Only recently changed over to iron in the last section. So this is going to be a bit of a reveal as we go right down past our render distance. Yeah, we got a little carried away procrastinating. There's some emeralds up there too. But we've filled chests multiple times by digging out our mine further and further. I think it was around this depth, I think. Yeah, we did stone tools all the way down to here, and then onwards it was iron. And yeah, I've probably done the rest of this in like half the time it took to do the rest of it. But the idea is, like I said in previous episodes, this is more going to be a carving project, rather than just having a simple iron mine that we have here on this level that we're starting to dig out now that we've got our location sort of set up for it. A little storage room here where we're storing our cobblestone, the goodies. We actually have quite a bit that we've been doing mining. We've been, yeah, really getting carried away. Then if we carry on down the steps down to this level, this is sort of where we are building up the detailing of the actual location. Because if we go here, it's not finished, but right where we found our first diamond, we also decided to start working on the pillars that are going to start detailing this up. Now the idea is this is going to open up quite high. There's another diamond block hidden right there. The idea is this is going to go really far up to about, I think it's just below water level, so that even if we come to oceans and such, this is going to be below, and shouldn't be interfered too much by what's above ground. But it means that, you know, it's going to be quite a big project, this, but it's my procrastination project. So if I've got a sore throat or just I'm not up for recording one day, I can just come down here into the mines and start working on this. And that's sort of why I wanted to get a push and force myself to record, because I don't think I can really progress anymore without getting diamond tools and such, but that's definitely a development I want to do on camera. So it's time, I think, to finally push the envelope just that little bit and get our first diamond. There we go, advancements is up. Oh, that is so good. Can't really make anything with just 1 diamond, so we do have a second one down here. And that is good progress. Now, I'm going to come back to this world in a minute and we'll do some build progress and such like that. But I've also been working outside this world on plans and projects and things, and that's what I want to update you on now. So I'm going to take you over to our creative testing world and show you some builds we've got planned. So welcome to our creative testing world, and as you can see in the background, it's where we designed our boat, as well as I've been slowly archiving old builds. Those of you that have been with me from the early seasons of Age of Scales recognise our base from the test series, Season 0, where we made these large purple roof buildings. After losing my original creative testing world, I've started recreating these, so I at least have an archive so I can come back to them. And then we move over to the original Season 1 build, our birch houses. I still love this design. Then, those of you that watch my other seasons, you'll recognise these houses are inspired by Season 1's multiplayer series, the Simp server, where we were building up a small town. I've decided though to sort of boost these buildings up a little level further. If you were watching the Simp series, you'll notice that the footprint here is mimicking the old clock tower, but I've upgraded it so it sort of matches my other style. I've noticed my style is kind of thin and tall. So again, those that would have started watching the Simp Season 2 stuff would have recognised that this was the style we were going for in that season until we sort of gave up after a rollback. I will get into that here, but I do want to do the credits properly because this build wasn't an original. Someone called Sword Self MC, the Minecraft architect, it was based on a much bigger build that they had constructed. And so the idea is I was going to take that now, and then I made my own version of it that sort of incorporates my stylings, where it's much taller, and I sort of beef out the upper floors a bit more, give that greebling, just so it feels more like my kind of build. And I'm kind of enjoying this tall building style. There it is. So the idea is, from a distance, you've got that contrast of colour, which I really like on all my builds. When you start zooming up closer, especially on these lower floors when you enter, you've got that variance of texture, but only where you want it. Like these upper floors, that's just one colour behind all this wood, which is what the plan is with most of my builds. Because I've already decided I'm building a city. I'm building a city around the lock, and we need various different styles. Towns don't just have one building style as much as it's what I normally tend to build like. It has multiple. So why not just reinvigorate the world by first building back all these archived structures. So then that brings us to this little one back here that I was working on, that I've sort of torn down and exploded a few times. It is based on a few different people's designs. I want to probably get them and get their names as well and list them up. Maybe just pop them on screen quickly now, or I'll mention them when we start building them again properly. Taking it right back over here to the mines, we were experimenting with pallets and early building materials, and that's when we come to those pillars. That pillar you saw that was being constructed, we're not even halfway done to build height, and as you can see there, the plan is if we do this at iron level, then we can fully really just brick out tons of iron by doing this. And then it sort of came to measurements and where to do this on the world. So right at the top, that's water level, around 60 I think, 63 I think it was. And then that yellow marker is where the roof of our cave is going to be, our mines. The arrow, that's iron level, that's where the end of our base mine is, and then all the way down there is diamond level. But we have plans that I think are going to hurt, but I think if we do this right, it's going to look so awesome that after many years of working on it, we'll actually have something really cool. So as I drop down, slowly but surely, we can fly over, nope, not to the menu, to this wall here, where we are going to have the iron level look out over this huge crevasse eventually that's going to go down to the diamond level. And again, what I want to do is play with the render distance so that I know not to build past that point and have multiple natural pillars and things. So not only are we going to be slowly mining out all the resources we need to a ridiculous degree, but also it's going to look nice when we're done. But as a bonus, it's all underground, won't interfere with anything above ground, so I won't need to worry about messing with anything. So it'll be like two separate builds essentially. The mines below that I'll be doing off camera, and then the town above ground that I will be working on. Then it is time to get back into our main world then and do today's main build, which I think is just going to be a little hut outside our mineshaft so that we can store all our stuff properly. So I'll see you over there. Bippity boopity, we are back. So that is one house all done and dusted, as well as some start on the interior, mostly moving over the cobblestone and adding in a whole bunch of just empty chests ready for things to get moved in. So this is all going to be rocks, lots of cobblestone, andesite, granite, and all of that. Also, outside of just working on this house, I have been sort of marking out a bit of a mountain, but that's not too important right now. It's all about the cobblestone storage house that we have right now. And again, it's just a complete recreation of what I made in Season 1, the first rock, I think the town was called. Yep, and it's good, and it's working, and everything is underway. So I showed you that I was working on some procrastination projects. We've added a bit of a stone face here as well off camera. Kind of had a bit of trouble with camera angles on replay, but you know what? It doesn't matter too much. And making this sort of wireframe mountain, I think we're off to a good start so far. We're actually putting things into the world now, here and there, and it is starting to look pretty good. You know what, I'm going to go to spawn, kind of get a distant view of this and see how he looks from that tower. Let's do that. And here we are back at our little tower, and already that is such an improvement on the skyline. So that's what all these little pillars are for in the distance that you can see. It's playing with that render distance and making some monuments around it so we can kind of frame out the area. So as we have our little mining area, mining district, you could say behind us, we're going to have that framed by the mountains, which should look pretty good. But next episode, I might work a little bit between on that mountain, but that's not going to be next episode's plan. That's going to be something on the opposite side. But that is not what we're doing today. It's the end of the episode, so thank you all for watching and sticking with Age of Scales as we keep moving forwards. Things are starting to progress and we're getting materials all sorted. Things are going to start ramping up over the next few episodes, and I can't wait to see how we get things moved ahead. So I've been Kobold Queen, this has been Age of Scales. Thank you for watching, liking, subscribing, all that fun jittery Jew YouTube nonsense, and I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye! Ooh, almost made it. Boo. Oh dear, I've got to run back and get those now, quickly.